Do you want to know the most humbled I've ever felt in my life?
Oh no.
I kissed a guy, and he goes, "I can feel your lip filler."
Oh yeah.
And I said, "Oh," and then continues to touch my lips like this.
Oh, yeah? You like that? You like that? Yeah?
Calling in about my boyfriend. He was in a major accident recently with like this car, and like, you know, his body was like flailing around in the air and everything. And like, he's okay, but it did kind of give me the ick.
Okay, so this is a big mistake. I see.
Women love cheaters. Listen to what they say. They bump their gums talking about, oh, I don't like him because he cheated this and that. No, they love him. They love him. That's why they keep going back to him. So I can't get enough of him. And only around 35 to 40 years old do they start promoting men from the friend zone to the beta male provider. Been there too. So if you're a guy and you're an average guy or a regular guy and thinking you're gonna lock her down because you're not a cheater, you better understand that because modern women love cheaters because they hate boredom. And cheaters keep them anything but bored.
I'm not gonna lie, don't tell the feminists, but I would rather stay home and cook and clean. I would rather do it. When I tell you I love to cook and clean, just don't tell the feminists. I love to do it, and I love to do it for a man. I do. However, not outside of marriage. Absolutely not. That sounds like hell. But just to see the look on a man's face when you cook him a meal that is so good, you could just tell he's proud. There's just something, I don't know, there's something within me as a woman. Maybe it's almost turning 25 that got me thinking, like, this cooking and cleaning thing isn't bad. Like, I just don't understand why women wanted to work. What was the point? Like, there is nothing satisfying about working. A man that takes care of you, a man that provides for you, you don't have to worry about anything, no bills. I will cook and clean all day. Like, what is the complaint? I'm making some fire food tonight. I'm going to serve it, and I'm just enjoying it. Yes, I'm crying over some onions, but is this what we fought for as women? I don't know. I'd rather cry over some onions than cry about a job. That's for
Does no one ever talk about how weird it is when you date someone that's actually nice to you after dating like pieces of shit for so long? Like, I always get asked, what's your type? What's your type? And I always reply, I don't have a physical type. They just all have the same personality of like being kind of an asshole. And for the first time, I let myself like someone who is nice to me and makes me feel safe being emotional and being vulnerable. And it's more scary than dating the bad guy, because at least the bad guy is predictable, at least by my standards, you know what I mean? And I just know that my role is to chase, and I chase and I chase until I fuck up my own feelings and get put back on medication. And now when I'm with someone nice, I'm like, I don't know what to do with myself. And when they actually accept me and validate my feelings, it's like, ooh, I don't know if I like that, but I do. I feel comfortable. It's odd. And I constantly find myself fighting myself, being like, it's normal, it's normal. And your version of what is normal in terms of like relationships and how you should be treated is very fucked up compared to the rest of the world. Enjoy it. I'm leaning into it. I'm not running away this time. It's just odd to be the chased rather than the chaser. And it's not even like I'm being chased. It's like an active tag, you know? It's weird.
Also, please add emojis so I know you don't hate me. So that video was about how, as a 30-year-old woman, when you're dating men in their early 40s, they text like very businesslike. And yesterday I had a first date with a 42-year-old. Day of the date, he sends me this. He confirms the plan, and then he says, I feel my text lacked excitement by comparison. So here it is, 2 exclamation points. I didn't think much of it until we're at dinner and we were asking like, oh, did you Google me? That sort of thing, which I always do. I always try to find a person's LinkedIn to verify that they are real. And he was like, well, I didn't find your LinkedIn, but I did see your TikTok. And I was like, uh-oh. He was like, I wasn't even searching for it. It's just because I added your phone number, so it showed up as like in your contacts. And then suddenly it clicked. I was like, did you send that thing about adding exclamation points because you saw my TikTok about how men in their 40s text like my parents? And he was like, yeah, I did. Anyway, it was a great time.
I speak for all women when I say that it's devastating when you have to let go of a fine man, because we just don't know when the next one's gonna come around. There is a shortage of y'all out there. Baddies are all around. I see fine women every day, everywhere I look. But the average man is ugly.
Who are you fucking whistling at? Shut the fuck up! Do your fucking job!
Hey, I talked to the girls and they asked me to bring you girl science.
Sounds familiar.
First we're going to talk about ugly hot, and then we're going to talk about short man tall.
Both of those mean bad good. That's good. It means she's recognizing a middle ground.
Okay, ugly hot is when a man is like, but he's also like, and it's hard to explain. But you would know one if you saw one.
Most of us are going to be ugly hot, if we're any hot at all.
Women have a hugely stratified scale of attraction, and men have a much more evenly distributed one. So let's do it with a scale of 1 to 10. A 1 for men is probably like maybe 15% of the population. A 1 for women is like 60% of the population. So 60% of all men in the world are a 1 to women. Blanket, sorry. Now, a 10 to a man, that's like 10% of women. A 10 to a woman, that's like 2% of men. So ugly hot really just means that a man is pretty much anywhere between an 8 and a 2. I'm sorry to be the bearer of this news, but if a man is ugly hot to you, he's probably just average. There could be another explanation though. He could be funny.
Women are attracted to more than looks. All I'm really telling men is that most of us are here in this category, and so you have to work on this. Being funny goes here and here. This is everything that overcomes limitations here. She'll tell you herself.
Short man, tall. When a guy is short, but like, no he's not. It doesn't even matter. How do you achieve this phenomenon? It's the opposite of a Napoleon complex. It's actually really simple. You just have to own it. Short man, tall doesn't give a fuck that he's short. It's never stopped him a day in his life. It never will. He's comfortable in his skin, and he will hit on you. And you will think about it.
So there you go. You cannot change what they want, but you can become it.
Just knowing who's on your level.
But is finding someone to sleep with really filling on this?
Please
come
Yeah,
in.
I have across platforms probably over 800,000 followers that are all single men. That's why they follow me for dating advice. And I get thousands of messages every day from attractive guys that cannot get a date. And the messages are fucking sad. Like, girls are not aware of the crisis out there that men are facing in the dating world. I don't think you can speak on it because you don't know about it. You don't see them. You have no idea how sad it is. Like, I cry about it when I read the messages.
The question should never be, are you single? The question should be, are there any girls in your life that believe that they're dating you? And the answer is usually yeah, a couple.
Your guys' biggest ick in a guy?
Oh my god, long shorts.
Like down, like past your
in here,
knees?
yeah. Mine is if he has like a piece of paper that he drops and the wind's blowing it away and he's like trying to go after the piece of paper in the wind.
He respects the earth though.
It really sucks when you're not attractive because men completely ignore you, right? So you're a little unhappy because you're not getting any attention. But if you're mediocre looking, like I've been my entire life, you kind of get attention and then they fake pretend to like you just to use you, waste your time, use your body. So you're just wasting all of your time and you're deeply sad inside. And if you're lucky, you get angry and fight back and leave, like I did. But if you're really pretty, you get chased after all the time, and sometimes in a scary way, but you get chased after, desired, promised, all the promises, but you live in delusional land thinking that it's true love when really you're just feeding this guy's ego fairy tale. You may be staying at home building a home with children, all the while he's building his career to leave you for a younger person. What's worse? I almost feel like being ugly is like the best thing that could happen to a woman. Because then you're not wasting your time with a man. And you're building yourself, and you're building your intellect and your career and your talents. The only thing I've ever regretted in my life wasn't getting my education, wasn't the time when I was single, because that was the time I grew the most, actually. It was the time that I spent with a man.
I'm gonna tell you something about men.
Let me tell you something about men. Men are crazy, dangerous, and unhinged fucking creatures sometimes, bro. A few weeks ago while I was bartending, I had these two kids sitting at the bar. I was telling them how, like, I gotta get going, blah, 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 whatever, because I worked my other job. They were like, oh, what's your other job? And I was like, oh, I'm a bouncer. One of the dudes did not like that. He, like, immediate meltdown. Like, I'm talking, like, screaming. He made a scene. The entire restaurant was staring. And I'm telling him to get the fuck out. He is not happy to find out that I'm a female bouncer. He's saying crazy shit like, and what the fuck are you gonna do when a man just punches you in your fucking shit? What are you gonna fucking do? And I was like, buddy, I've been working security and, like, bouncing for years. I'm a very big and sturdy gal. I have been hit in the face. I'm going to continue to get hit in the face, and I'm going to continue to get into fucking fights. That's just what happens when you're a bouncer sometimes. Like, drunk people get crazy, they get drunk, and they hit you. That's what happens. And he's, like, not happy to hear that, like, it's happened before, and I'm fine every time, and that I can, like, handle my own as a bouncer. And I don't know where he got the numbers from, but he's like, a woman of your fucking stature, you're 5'5", 160 pounds. That's so negligent of your fucking manager, your boss, blah, blah, blah. I was like, where the fuck are you getting these numbers from, bro? I haven't been 5'5" since I was like 6 years old. Everyone in the restaurant is looking because I'm very clearly not, like, I'm not that size. This man is not fucking happy to find out that I'm a female bouncer. He is unhinged about it. He essentially says how he wants to hit me, but he can't because we're not at my job where I'm a bouncer, I'm a bartender. He then changes his tune and says how he wants to essentially come to my house and break in, home invasion style, and test my gangster and see how tough I think I am in the face of real danger. So, that's a little tidbit on my opinion about fucking men. So, if you think I give a fuck about any of that other shit, you're dead ass wrong.
One time on a first date, a guy told me that he was not attracted to me, but that he would be willing to have sex with me because he was really horny, as long as I came back to his place. Once on a first date, a guy told me that I was uneducated because I said that Christopher Nolan movie Tenet was difficult to watch. Once I was like 10 minutes late to a first date and I was really apologetic, but he forgave me really quickly because he said it was probably due to the fact that I'm a female driver. One time I was on a walk with a man and he pointed out some mulberries to me and started explaining to me how mulberries look like blackberries and that's how you know that they're not poisonous. And then I asked him how to distinguish poisonous berries that might look like blackberries, and he got mad at me. This one time a guy asked me if I ever painted my nails, and I said sometimes but not often, why? And he said, haven't you ever heard the expression, men love their dick wrapped in purple? No dude, I haven't heard that because I'm fairly fucking sure that's not an expression. Once for a first date, I went for a walk with this guy in a nature reserve and it was a lot emptier than I expected. And at some point he said, wow, it's crazy, I could just kill you right here and no one would even know. On this one first date, a guy told me that he stopped drinking alcohol because there are too many fat people in the world. Once I was on a first date with a guy who told me that he was pretentious, and when I asked him what he meant by that to try to understand better, he said that he only liked high quality art and wasn't gonna waste any of his time on things like trashy television and that kind of stuff. And, you know, to try to give him the benefit of the doubt, I said, oh, it sounds like you just have very particular taste. And he got really mad at me and said, no, I'm pretentious. Once on a first date, we went for a walk in the city after dinner and we conveniently ended up at his apartment, at which time I decided I'm gonna call an Uber, but he insisted that I call it from his apartment since it was winter. And while we were in there, he gestured to the air mattress on the floor, which was the only thing in his entire apartment, and said I wouldn't mind having first date sex. Once I was dating this guy, and the first time I went over to his place, he asked me if I wanted to see his gun. It was a handgun. I had said no, but he showed it to me anyways.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but you absolutely can stay delusional forever if you want to. I support it. If you want to just be 24/7 Delulu, I'm with you. Who are we hurting? Ourselves, but we do that anyway, so what's one more thing, you know? I mean, it's a happier place, too. Reality has no place in my world, so...
Here she comes! Here this clown comes! Here the clown comes! The clown is... I had to!
What is your type? Like, what do you like physically?
Rich.
I said physically, not monetarily.
6'1", light skin.
So let's say they're under 6 foot and they're rich. Does that help?
Yeah.
That helps?
Duh.
So how much does a guy need to make?
It don't matter what he makes, it matters how he spend it.
How should he spend it?
On me.
So would you say you're an expensive person?
Duh.
Do you expect your man to pay all the bills?
Duh.
Your car payment, your hair, your nails, everything.
What is he doing if he's not paying for what I need to do?
But if that's the case, what do you provide in return if he's paying for everything?
Myself. Period.
Do you know how to cook?
Yeah, I'm vegetarian, but I do not.
Oh yeah, she has lost a lot of her opportunity if she's saying vegetarian.
But she's sexy. Drops mic. I'm done.
Please, go on. So she want her man to pay her car payment, all the bills, buy Prada bags and everything on her, and all she provides is herself, just herself. And on top of
Okay, true story, fuckers and fuckettes, right? After spending the past year of my life on again, off again with a man I very much hoped and thought was going to end up being my husband, I've decided that I am officially ready to settle. But not for him. I'm settling on the idea that I'm going to die alone because I have essentially tried everything with you men and I just can't win, okay? I have tried dating different types. I've tried dating outside of my tax bracket, whether it be dating up or dating down. I've dated for love. I've dated for money. I've tried lowering my standards, my expectations. I've tried being submissive and absolutely none of it works. None of you men know what you want from women. You don't know what you want from women like women don't know what we want for dinner, and I am not a shapeshifter or a skinwalker, okay? I can't just change my form on your fucking emotional whim. So I am just officially done. I don't care. I have settled on the fact that I am going to die alone. Not only am I going to die alone, I'm going to die alone and rich, probably plastic as fuck, with some pool boy hand-feeding me plantains between spouts of him taking a battering ram to my poonchock that's going to require absorbent amounts of lube because I imagine within the next 10 years, this baked potato is drying up. But contrary, I am okay with dying alone. So you guys can no longer use this as an insult in my comments. You're going to die alone. Great, fantastic. Sounds like a plan. Where do I sign up? Is there like a cat sanctuary I should subscribe to now? Just let me know in the comments.
How old are you?
28.
Let's say I wanted to take you out. How much do you expect me to spend on a first date?
Depends where we're going.
What's your expectation, though?
I don't really have any.
So I could hit you up and say, hey, let's go to Burger King and get slushy?
No. I mean, at least like, you know, nice 5-star type of restaurant, and then depending on how it goes, depending how I like you, and that all kind of goes with me even saying yes for a first actual date. So that takes a toll.
Okay. So a 5-star restaurant in Miami, how much is that gonna range?
Depends how many drinks you'll be ordering.
Average.
Anywhere from 300 to 800 maybe. Jumpstart, yeah.
So realistically, you expect a man to spend $800 on a first date?
Yeah.
Has it happened before?
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Oh, okay. I'm just going to my apartment. I'm throwing away trash. I'm throwing away trash. Yeah, okay. 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 Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm just recording you because I don't know what you're doing all this
I'm
for.
not doing anything. What is a little girl gonna do to you?
Nothing. I just don't know what's going on with you.
I've had shit on you for months. You're a weirdo.
Okay.
Early fucking 3 a.m.
Yeah.
He's still trying to start shit, dude. He bangs on my door for weed at 3 a.m. He's a fucking weirdo. And then after he doesn't get weed, he plays porn songs and baby crying. How?
This is strange.
Yes, you are.
I'm not even here.
Fucking loner. This guy's being a fucking weirdo.
She's following me around to the trash can.
No, I haven't. I've been walking
Recording.
around.
I'll back in.
And of course I record
minding
you
my own
'cause you're a
business.
fucking weirdo.
Hey. What?
You're a fucking weirdo.
Okay, now I have to call the police.
You can go inside.
No, I'm sitting in my fucking stoop, buddy.
No, it's okay.
What? You're gonna what?
Hey, it's okay.
Hey, what is going on?
She just
What
feels-
is she doing?
She doesn't like you. She feels very harassed by you.
What is she doing?
I feel very harassed by you.
Hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
You got a freaking weapon?
What are you doing?
It's a fucking. She broke the thing.
You have a weapon?
No, bitch.
Stop. Stop, for real. Come here.
Close the door, fat ass.
Quit.